Reflect or recognize. Reflect on each one of the following. Talk about your physical presence, mental focus, and overall attitude. Physical presence in live go-to sessions. If you were unable to make it, did you review the recorded sessions as soon as possible afterwards to get caught up on what was missed and give yourself time to ask questions? So I did not have a physical presence in the go-to sessions. As you're aware, I stay very, very busy, but other than my hiccup in week 3, I was able to watch them and review. So your mental focus. Did you stay present while working on class stuff, or did you multitask? Did you have a time management plan that allowed you to interact with the course materials in a way that supported learning? So my mental focus is very one track. I don't even attempt to multitask. When I'm doing something, I am 100% zoned in on that without even trying. It really doesn't matter what I'm doing. I could be sitting here working on work and my wife will be talking to me and I won't even notice that she's talking because I'm so zoned in. So I definitely was present while doing things. My time management plan, I typically do have a good time management plan, and I did for most of this class. Again, week 3 kind of threw that off. My attitude towards class assignments, etc., and how this impacted your motivation. A big thing that motivates me is that's impacting my motivation is the fact that I've done so well in my previous classes, and I want to keep that up. So I will have to rebound from this and move forward on that to keep motivated. But I have a great attitude towards class. I would not be going to school at Full Sail if I did not. Discuss your take on your actual work assignments this month. Fear setting, designing your survival guide, neuro what, and the group project. Discuss the effort you extended to complete your work. So like with any of my assignments that I do, I try to get those pretty much done as early as I can in the week, so that I can focus on the other stuff that I've got going on as well, and not have to worry about those deadlines. But I think the assignments in this class were great. Especially the designing your survival guide. I've always been a big planner myself, anyways. I've used a Franklin Covey planner for years now, but I thought that was a fun and creative way to kind of do the same thing. I've never been a big user of digital calendars or anything like that. But that's really just because I hadn't found one that I like a whole lot. The way that I did that in this one, I think I do like. But the group project was awesome. The group that I had did a phenomenal job. Everybody was active, and we had our group text going. That's actually still going as I record this, but everybody had their different roles. I actually did the video on that. I think when you watch that, you'll see I feel like I went well above and beyond on that with the intro and the taglines and the way I got that all worked together. Use the ability willingness matrix below to direct your reflection on the skill effort put into your work this month. So I'd like to I've got a balance of a couple of these, especially with last week. Last week I'm on the low side of this box. Typically, I'm going to be on the high side on everything, and I feel like I have been every other week, as well as in every other class. Um, Actually, I take that back about last week. My willingness level was definitely high. My ability level was low. Um, the trip that I took out of town was had been planned for quite some time, and I had never done anything like that. So um, it didn't go as I expected it to. It's not to say it's a bad thing, but it did not allow me to. Uh, it did not allow me the time to be able to get this done, especially being in a time zone that I'm not used to. So what's next? Inquire. Address these two specific prompts. Would your efforts in hitting deadlines, communicating, and/or quality of work meet industry expectations? Why or why not? As a whole, definitely not. And I feel like I've kind of covered that already. I just missed last week pretty much altogether. Again, the other 3 weeks, yes, but when we're looking at it as a whole, absolutely not. What motivated you to go above and beyond, or what held you back from doing more than minimum requirements? What motivated me to go above and beyond is my strive to be the best at anything that I do. I'm highly competitive. What held me back was time. Suggest. What would you have suggested to do different? In other words, if you could go back and do anything differently, what would it be and why? Or if you wouldn't change a thing, why not? The only thing that I would change would be that I didn't leave for my trip until Tuesday morning, and I was off work Monday, and I did kind of procrastinate a little bit on packing everything up and getting everything going. If I had known what was coming with the week, I probably would have gone ahead and gotten everything that I possibly could have done on Monday. Foresight. Noun, the ability to predict, or the action of predicting what will happen or be needed in the future. Now that you've reflected on this month, let's look forward. Using the matrix below, what stage would you honestly say that your choices place you in? Again, not based on intentions, but what actually transpired. So I looked at this chart a little bit ago, and it's kind of hard to narrow down one. And I don't think there's any in between. I think I jumped from stage 4 to stage 1 and and right back to stage 4. Stage 1 to stage 2, or stage 4 to stage 2, and back to stage 4. Are you satisfied with this, and/or how will your current stage set you up to be successful in this program and prepare you for the industry? I hate that I have no score for 2 assignments. That alone will motivate me to have better preparation. As far as preparing me for the industry, that's a tough way to answer this. I'm never opposed to working in any industry, but I do a lot of things with apparel and whatnot, and my main goal in coming to school for this was more to improve my own skills in a lot of different aspects with video editing and audio editing and social media and all that stuff, and I feel like so far it's doing a great job of that. Elevate. Share your plan, including very specific behaviors that you will be using going forward to ensure your progress. I think the same plan I've had in the past has worked. I go through and I look at everything on Monday, and if I've got nothing else going on Monday, I typically will get to work right away on it and try to get as much knocked out as I can, so that I don't have that weighing over my head later on in the week. As far as very specific behaviors, if in the future I've got anything that I can look at and say, you know what, I might have a struggle with balancing school and a specific event, I will probably reach out to a few people that have been in that situation or gone to whatever event it is in years past, and get their opinion on the time that it takes, the time commitment that it takes out there, so that I'll know better how to plan for that particular week.